Well, ahoy there. My name is Captain Wishbone, and this is really not like me. I have finished the decoration around a build before I even finish the functional part of the build? Are you kidding me? That never happens. Never. I mean, I have designs in this world that, yeah, functionally, 100%, absolutely complete. I couldn't add anything more if I tried. But aesthetically? Design-wise? Yeah, I think this farm stand's gonna stick out like a sore thumb for a little while. Is this Captain Wishbone turning over a new leaf? I don't know. Who's to say? You better keep watching to find out. I kind of explained it during my YouTube Not Short, but if you missed that, I decided to group my villagers up by profession and then have more than one vending machine. That way I can add just a few more shops up here on the surface and it'll create more of a town vibe instead of just having one vending machine here and then having to decide how to fill the rest of the space. So I'm getting kind of excited about what we've got planned, and if you missed it, really, go watch that YouTube Not Short. It's kind of fun. Excuse me, if I could I just squeeze past you right there. Thank you, sorry. Sorry about that. So, you want to fill your villager vending machine with villagers, do you? Well, I think that's a reasonable request. Whew. It's getting a little stuffy in there. Do you guys mind if we walk and talk a little while I get these two new cuties over to their new home at Social Media Mountain? I knew you wouldn't mind. I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised. We've already got a couple new subscribers, but it's super exciting. I mean, at the time of recording, it's only been a couple days since I put out the last video, but two new subscribers? I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. Well, anyways, we were talking about putting villagers in your vending machine, so have you guys thought about what kind of villagers you want? Okay. Now, what's going on here? That's kind of new. I can assure you, I had nothing to do with this. Is this supposed to keep me out? They didn't do a very good job. Was this the chickens? Did the chickens build this? I wouldn't have made that kind of error. Let's get these guys in their home, and then we'll go talk to Larry. They built a coop, too? Alright, come on, hurry. We gotta go talk to someone. Alright, let's get you guys in there, and... I mean, look at that! Not bad for chickens. You obviously spent more time on this than your fence over there. What's the plan here? Do you guys... I'm sorry, I don't speak chicken. Larry! Larry, baby, talk to me. What's happening? What are they doing over there? Oh, what? Oh, you don't speak chicken? Oh, I'm sorry, I assumed, I just thought, you know, bird to bird. Oh, different dialect. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, but you have? Oh, Duolingo has chicken now? That's so awesome. Good for you learning something new. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? You speak English? I had no idea. I'm sorry, I didn't even think. So what are they up to? What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, development and expansion? Their living conditions are not dismal, okay? Okay, they were a little dismal. Oh, so they're taking matters into their own hands. That doesn't sound good at all. Could you talk to them? Could you see if maybe we could work something out? I mean, I don't want there to be any bad blood. I can see you're a little... I'll make it worth your while. What do you say I upgrade your living conditions, Okay, I see I have your attention. Oh, and you've laid an egg. That's great. Okay, well, if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would mean so much to me. And, I guess I'll come back later, see what you found out. Okay? All right. Love ya. You're the chicken. I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kinda scared. But, let's distract ourselves with a little hard work, shall we? So we need some villagers for our villager vending machine, huh? Well, not all villagers have the greatest professions. You don't need every single villager just because that villager exists. So you're gonna have to decide which villagers you actually want in your vending machine. And let me show you how to do that right now. Now, if I were a silly bean, I may try and tell you about each of the villagers individually and all their trades and... Oh, did you notice my first house here? I told you I'd never forget about it. I would try and tell you about all their trades and how often those trades appear, but I am no silly bean. No, not in the slightest. I am a genius, in fact. So instead, let's just hop on the computer. Yes, it's a computer, shut up. And we'll look at a website that shows you all about these villagers and the trades that they get and how often those can occur. So here's the website. The hyperlink's up here at the top. And you just scroll down and you can see all of the possible professions for each of these villagers. And then under the villager themselves, you can see the workstation that they'll need in order to take that profession. Then if you drop this menu down, it'll show you what they have the potential to trade you. So scroll through here and decide what trades you want. That'll help you decide what villagers you need and what you may not. And you may need more than one of that type of villager. The farmer, for example, can trade any two of the following, and he's got all 4 vegetables here that we can trade with. So I'm going to want more than one farmer in order to make all of these trades happen. Okay, perfect. So now you've picked your villagers. Grab yourself one of their workstations. This is a composter for our farmers. Let one of them out. Come on now. Yes, very good. Uh-oh, we got 2. Now stop! Wait, don't do anything! Don't do anything! I know what you want. You want to hurt them. But don't do it. Do not use your aggressive feelings, boy. Do not let the hate flow through you. Once you do, they will no longer trade with you at a reasonable rate. All of the other villagers, if you kill one of them, will hike their prices up to the max. So don't hurt them. Even if you punch one, the one that you punch will boost their rates. Do not punch them. Do not hurt them with your axe. Don't do it. All right, now that that's out of the way, we've got this little situation sorted out. Let's see what this guy's trading for. Okay, he's got wheat and carrots. That's one that we want. But let's say that you didn't want that trade. You wanted something else. So you'll just break the workstation and put it back down, and he will rebind to it. And look, now he's got carrots and beetroot. So you can just keep doing this over and over and over again until you get the trade you want. Now, when you do get the trade you want, all you have to do to lock him in is just trade one of these. Just once. Doesn't have to be very many times, but watch this. Now we'll break the block, and he's still a farmer. Still got those trades. So that's perfect. So he's locked in. We'll just do that 5 more times to get the other combinations of vegetables that we need. Okay, so I got all 6 farmers trading different combinations of the vegetables, and I also did a librarian for you to see. So, the librarian will trade you an enchanted book, and then that enchantment can be applied to your tools and your armor. Now, that's an alternative to using the enchanting table, but the enchanting table just costs you lapis, and it costs you experience, and you never really know if you're going to get the enchantment that you want. So using the librarian here will make sure that you always have the same enchantment that you can apply, and it doesn't cost you as much, it's just more reliable. So I like using the librarians for all the different enchantments that I want. The only catch with using the librarians is there are a ton of enchantments that they could trade with you. And so it's going to take you a while to weed through all the silly ones. Oh, Silk Touch. Don't mind if I do. I swear, Captain Wishbone would never lie to you. That has never happened to me before. That was so fast. The last time I tried to get mending, it took me like 1.5 axes. So I am sorry to give you the bad news and then give you false hope, but that usually takes a great deal longer. I am so sorry. Ooh, look at that. That is a WW if I ever seen one. There's 6 farmers, 2 librarians, a mending, and a silk touch, and 3 that I haven't punched yet? Unfathomable. But check this out. 22 carrots? Are you kidding me? Are you crazy? I'm not made of carrots, man. There's got to be some sort of discount, some sort of method to get that price down. Let's go see. We're gonna go ahead and do this in our creative world, just because I don't know where or how I'm gonna set this up in my survival yet. Okay, for science. Here we have our villager has the same trades as in our survival world, and a very precarious zombie right in the way of his track. Whatever will happen. Let's find out. Wait, no, stop. You see, you only get the discounts when this handsome fellow gets turned into a zombie and then back into a villager. And you do that by exposing him to the zombie. Now, if you're not in the right difficulty setting, you could accidentally kill it. In easy mode, there's no chance it gets turned into a zombie villager. It always dies. In normal, there's a 50-50 chance it could die or get turned into a zombie villager. But in hard, it's a 100% chance that it gets turned into a zombie villager. So, once you're in hard mode, then you can pull the lever. So now, he's in a bit of a pickle. We'll come over here. First things first, you splash him with a splash potion of weakness. Then you give him a golden apple. Hey, look at that. It takes a good few minutes, but his trades are down and he's back into a villager. This can be done 5 times, so... Okay, that was the 5th time. Should we see what our discount is? 1. From 22 and 15 to 1 apiece. That took about 20 minutes, to be honest. Is it worth it? Yeah, I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so one more important thing that you really need to know about villagers before you get them up in your vending machine is they do have limitations on trades. So this guy I traded, I think, 16 times with, and then he locked up his wheat trade with me. Now, I traded with both of these guys at the exact same time, but you can see his trade is not locked up. That's because he was able to get back to his workstation and work. It's been probably about 4 night cycles, and he has yet to reset that trade for me. So they have to be able to work if you want your trades to be reset. So all you gotta do to fix that little problem is put a workstation right here beside the minecart. For whatever reason, it can't go up on the second level next to his face. It has to be down here at the minecart level. And then the other problem is sometimes they'll bond with the wrong station. So make sure this one bonds with this one and this one bonds with that one, because say if that one bonds with this one is left unused, and then someone else down the road can't reach this station. So just make sure that the villager that you intend for that workstation actually connects to it. There's some pretty awesome things about villagers that I bet you didn't know about. But now, let's get those keys ready to go, and then we can load up the vending machine, shall we? So you're gonna need your anvil. Love that sound. And then 43 of any item. I like to use wool blocks because I don't use wool blocks for very many other things. And 43, you think, oh, that's kind of a weird number. Well, 41 of them get locked in the top hopper. There's 1 that just kind of gets stuck in the second hopper. And then, of course, you'll need 1 for your actual key. So, what you're gonna do is hop into your anvil and put your full stack of 43 in there and then rename it something that'll indicate which villager you're trading with. So this one's gonna be wheat and I think it's carrots. You just take the whole stack and now you've got a wheat and carrots. Okay, now do that for the rest. Okay, so once you've got 43 of each item, you can load it into the machine, but write down what order these are in, because you definitely want to put the right villager with each of these. If you put this one in first, you don't want to have the potatoes and beetroot villager associated with the wheat and carrots villager, am I right? Right. Now let's go down to the vending machine itself, and we will load those keys into the hoppers. Perfect. It's practically functional right now. It's just our villager vending machine is missing one essential component. But don't worry, crew. Captain Wishbone is on it. He is so on it. Oh, that was an accident. That's okay. Actually, trading with them heals them, believe it or not. So if they take any damage doing that, ain't no thing. They'll be all right. Ta-da! Okay, I got them all in their mine carts. Now, do you remember the order that those keys were in, the wool blocks? This is where you'll want to put those villagers in that order, okay? So mine was wheat and carrots first, I think. Yep. So we'll send him on his way. Then wheat and taters. Wheat and taters. Then just push the rest of them down the rail, in order. And probably just one last time, just double check they're in the right order. And finally, the last little stretch, we're just going to push them on to this rail that usually brings them up and drops them there. Now, I mean, you could do it any way you want. You could bring them in through the front, break that block away, and then just push that button. But this is what I'm going to do because it's a little closer to where they were sitting. We'll just power this one, send him off. I guess we should double check and make sure he actually makes it up that hill. Very good. Then we'll meet him in here, and we'll say, so long, my dear friend. And just to make sure that that first one worked, yep, right there, wheat and carrots, and the next one should just glide right over into this cubby. So we should be good to just send the rest on through. And if you had half a mind too, this would be a really good time to do that little villager zombie curing thing to get their prices down. Before you get them into the system, this would be a good time. And with that, they are all in. Let's go check. It's beautiful. All their little yellow hats poking up. I don't know about you, but I, for one, am pretty curious to see how many emeralds we can get off of these fine farmers. So I've filled these barrels up with just about everything I have. I don't have very many beetroots, and I'm gonna trade everything I can with these villagers, and then we'll see at the end how many emeralds I ended up with. Okay, moment of truth. Are you ready? Are you ready to see? Wha-boom! 2 full stacks and 36, and it totally would have been more, but I ran out of beetroot. And watch this right here. Even though we just barely got done maxing out those trades because they were able to go down there and work at their workstations, they're ready to trade with us again. So as long as you've got your supplies, you could get as many emeralds as you need in a day. So it's pretty important to have a really good farm, which I'm thinking maybe here soon we should upgrade this little system. What do you guys think? Well, now, Captain Wishbone, you are getting ahead of yourself. You've still got a library to build, and a cafeteria to build, a few more vending machines, so we just gotta slow down a little bit. But next time, maybe we'll start hitting some of the... Oh boy. Can you tell Captain Wishbone is not a walker and or a talker? Well, like I was saying, maybe next time we can get started on some of those other vending machine builds. And of course, we still gotta figure out what those darn chickens are up to over at Social Media Mountain. So, if any of that sounds fun to you, make sure you like and subscribe and comment and do whatever it is you gotta do to remember to come back, because we've got some really cool stuff happening soon. And as always, full speed ahead!